My name is Helen Davis, and I'm an employee of the DeWitt District Library, and I am reading The Confessions of Al Capone by Loren Estleman. Estleman is an author from Michigan who has written great many books, but this one is a little different. He's obviously very heavily researched Al Capone's life. This book has essentially no portion of it that is set in Michigan. The only mention of Michigan is the Purple Gang that supplied Al with some of his booze that they imported from Canada. But it is the story of a man named Peter Vasco, who is a failed seminary student who went to work for the FBI. It's 1944. J. Edgar Hoover is running the FBI, and Peter Vasco is a rather lowly functionary, but he is approached to help the FBI infiltrate Al Capone's inner circle. At this time, Al has already been jailed for income tax evasion, as most of us are familiar with his history. And he's suffering from syphilis, so he was released from prison early. They were essentially bankrupted by the trial, but family and friends keep the Capones living a certain standard of life in Florida. The real reason that Peter Vasco was chosen to go out in the field is because his father had had a slight connection with Al Capone. The family was from Chicago, and he had certainly driven a few beer trucks for Al. So they think that that will enable Peter to easily become a part of the Capone circle, because the Capone family would know his family. He's sent to Florida to pose as a priest. His cover story is laid in, and he is able to manage an introduction through his father, who's in Florida also. It's a book that's a tormented story about Peter Vasco discovering exactly what his father's role had been, how he even feels having kind of a crisis of his own faith. It's both a wonderful portrait of the bootlegging days of Chicago and Florida in the midst of World War II. Very engrossing novel.